So welcome everyone. I'm Rajinikanth Vadla. Again, I'm back with one of the lab, like that is AIOps lab. It's a very simple lab that to understand the monitoring and also root cause analysis by using the LLM. So that nothing but you can use Hugging Face APIs, you can use ChatGPT, Forum models or a DeepSeek or anything, you can use it. So if you see the screen here, let's understand we have a Kubernetes cluster. And this cluster is running on multiple pods and multiple services, let's say. So all of a sudden, so there was something happen and we need an alert to be triggered over into our Slack. Let's say that will be going to a Slack channel. I have a Slack here, Slack channel. So here, whoever the on-call engineer will be there, so he need to immediately get this alert immediately to address that issue and resolve that, or he need to address and then he need to forward the ticket to the concerned team like this. Okay, we need something an alert like that. So before he will be doing his own analysis, he need to get some what's happening over there, root cause analysis. Let's say this pod is running out of 80% of the CPU or a memory and it is going to be create an alert into the Slack and also so that will give the information about this pod or service anything that is in the cluster. What if my engineer is here, my engineer is sitting here and he just wanted to know one of the status of this pod. So let's say this is an A pod, he would like to know the status of this pod actually, or the B pod got failed or something having an issue. Okay, and he would like to check the logs of the B pod. He would like to check the RCA of this B pod. So the root cause analysis, what happened on it, and what is the remediation, like what will be the fix for the pod. I want like that. So this engineer is having a very limited access, and he will be coming over here and connecting the cluster and running the commands. He don't want to spend that much of time. He just wanted to get it over the Slack itself because he is on time on the Slack right now itself over there. He want to get the logs and RC itself at the point of time right now. So in that case, how we can utilize this? So here we need to configure slash commands in the Slack by the API and workspace creating and apps creating in the Slack. And then what we have to do? So we have to authenticate. We need to run one more pod, which is a Slack bot, a bot. So this bot we need to be added into our channel, and this bot will be connected with the our LLM. Okay, our LLM. So whenever my engineer is asking slash commands like slash get logs namespace slash pod name, then it will be fetching the logs and it is also sending to the LLM and the LLM will be give you the RCA in your channel. So this is how it will be happen. I already have a repository. You just go and copy and you want to understand Git diagram. So we will be understanding in a very clear manner. So I'll go and I'll do a diagram. You can see. So this is how it will be connecting. So you can create any first testing cluster and then you can implement over the production. It will be very reliable actually. It is going to save a lot of time of on-call engineers, SRE and other production engineers who are working on over there. Okay. So let's say our cluster is here and we have already configured that and we do have a load generator to generate over the microservices under the namespace of the microservices and see. So then the metrics, log metrics, and will be going to be Prometheus. It is going to scrape and it will be uploading into the Grafana. We can even see the visualized dashboards over there. And I have Alertmanager from my Prometheus where it is working on 31900 port number. Whenever anything happen with that metrics beyond the threshold value or it is more than like let's say an example 80% above, that will create an alert and My bot will take it up and it will be giving to the analyzing the Hugging Face API, and it will be notified over the Slack. So this is how the structure I have been created here for this project. It's a very simple project. You can clone the repository and you can also perform over your local environment only. So for that, I already cloned into my local, and I would like to open a terminal here so we can set up. Yep. So on the left side, I have a files like manifest, microservices, and .env. So this .env we need to maintain because we have to take some of the informations like Slack API we have to create. Under that we have to create the webhook, incoming webhook, and also application secrets, and as well as we have to create a slash commands into the, and we also create a token for the Slack app and the bot. Okay. So these are the informations that I have already there in my .env. So you can, so we'll be going to use them. I'll tell you that how you can use that as well. If you go to my here, I already provided the specific links that you can. Okay, I guess I'm not added. You can see here. I've given this one. So if you just go and search it over the Google, it will give you how to create a Slack bot token, how to create a Slack app token, how to create a Hugging Face API key, and Hugging Face model and Hugging Face API URL. Okay, so it's so simple. You just go and log into the Hugging Face. Hugging Face is something like a centralized one. So where you can create an account and use multiple models. It's a library kind of thing. Okay. So go and sign up, log in. I guess. It is asking. Let's say. Okay. So you can go and create this account. I have been already created with my other account. I'm using that one as well. So you just fill this information and then you just create the account. Like you can give the same thing. Uh, an example. Let me create it out. So we don't have these things. Then accept and create it. Select one of the avatar. Okay. So welcome to the game phase and skip the feed. So we have it here, and if you see here, we go to the access tokens and create an access token here. Create a new token. So here you need to create. We already got an email. So once you accept this email, and you'll get in the creating token here and create that one, and you can use an Hugging Face any LLM API. I'll be providing you in this. Uh, read me, go and check it out that one. Okay. So first of all, let me go to and this build quickly. And here I have this folders and I have a Slack bat where I would like to develop this one. I have a Python code here, so which is going to use my information and it's going to send it to my LLM and return back and giving me into my Slack. Okay. So first of all, we have to create a cube, sorry, kind cluster in our local. So for that, open Docker desktop. That should be mandatory to run in your local. Once your Docker desktop on, it not yet on. Yeah, my Docker desktop is running. So now we need to create a cluster. So for that, you must and should have the kind config. So where it will be going to download the kind node one only. So node image and then it will create a kind cluster for you. So go to deploy.sh and copy this command, kind create cluster. Sorry. So it will be go and create the cluster. You must install this one. You must install in kind and also you must install the kubectl as well. So my Docker desktop is doing something. Let's wait for it. It is starting the engine of the Docker. Yep. Now you can see it is creating the cluster. So by pulling the so kind node version image, it is going to take some time. Let's wait for it. Preparing the nodes. If you see, my cluster is already created with the appropriate configurations. And then we need to go and run the second commands. So first of all, we have to create the Docker build -t, the Slack bot here. Let's build it. Successfully, it got builded, and then I have to load into my kind. Was Throwing an error not yet present on the node. Control plane is loading. Okay, so we can open our terminal. You just type kubectl get nodes. So control plane is ready with 1.29 version. Let's load it one more time. Wait for it. Okay. So let's go with the second command that it is loading, and then I have to apply this one. So creating a namespace and as well as applying my fast API, Node.js deployment and Slackbot deployment. So for this Node.js one, if I come down, okay, so let me go into deploy.sh. I have to build this one. Yeah, it got builded, and let's go for the next. So after this, the Docker image generated, and then we'll go and we'll load this image as well into our client. So nothing but we are running two microservices. One is fast API and one is Node, which is in the Python and which is in the Node.js. Okay, so now I'll go and run these commands. Yep. Now if you see Docker images are ready, right? Yes, images are ready right now. You can see it. And if I go and see kubectl get ns, how many namespaces are there? We have AIOps is one namespace and micro is a one namespace. So kubectl get pods -n micro. So we have two services are running here right now. So fast API is giving an error over here. Let's wait for it. Now I'll just go and give AIOps. So my this one is running. What you need to do actually, so in in env, so I already given the variables, you just need to fill the value. So what are the value, you can find it out over my github. You can see here, and let me, yep, slack bot, slack app, and hugging face API key, and hugging face model. If you just go and search it over the YouTube, or if you go just search it over the internet, that how to get an API for that. So however, after this video, I will be going to add the URL of that, and you just need to create a token, and that's enough. You have to just give. I will also give you the curl to test your LLM API. So whatever you are sending, and it is on the free actually. If you use ChatGPT, any API that you need to pay actually. For DeepSeek also and other LLMs, you have to pay. That is not a publicly free. So publicly free things, I will be going to add it here, and you can just take them. And yeah, go to your Slack, create your Slack account, and not only this, Slack API apps, search it, go Slack API application, and you need to create app here. First, you create an app. I already created an app. That is what AIOps alerts. Click on this. So it will be asking a basic information to do. You can see it here. You have a signing secret, and you need to also create here this one, incoming webhooks. You have to come and you have to create this one. It's mandatory. Okay. So with this only you can able to send something alerts to your Slack. You need to create this one. And also, if you come to socket mode, you just need to enable this one. Okay. And you have to configure a slash commands here like this. And here in the slash command section, you need to configure slash get logs slash get RCA. So in an example, the get logs, you need to give this logs about the pod and the pod name. Okay. Then save it. So like this, you need to configure the slash commands followed by your channel, whatever the channel you would like to. So here in my case, I selected my channel here. So these are the things which are yesterday. Now from when I was actually doing a practice, so this is how it is created. So it was, let's say, it is like 118, right? From now onwards, whatever we are going to see, so that will be our new things. What I'll do, let it be. The last one is the detail alert of severity, and it is 118. Okay. We are already running our Slack bot. One issue. We have an issue with this pod right now. Okay. I would like to see the logs and the analysis by my LLM. I already copied. I'm coming here and I'll say slash get logs. See, it automatically came. You give namespace micro slash this one and hit enter. So it was telling you that failure to retrieve the logs. Please check the pod name as namespace is correct. The pod is running state. You have proper permission to access the pod logs. Okay, so then there might be our back rules. Let's try it out with the RCA micro slash my pod, which is having an error. So it was telling that it is having some issue. Let me, let's look into the other one. Let's say, let's try it out. This one is having an issue, I guess, and not successful. You can simply here do kubectl, describe pod. What we do naturally, so this one, right? So do like this. Then it will give us this information. Pulling a image is the problem. Fast API service latest was not happening. So that's a problem. We can simply create this image in our, here we have microservices, fast API. Here we have a main. Let's say cd microservices, cd fast API. Docker build -t. So it will be going to create an image, then automatically it will be able to pull it. Okay, then we can restart it. So meanwhile, we're going to see the other one. Other one is here. One more is already running, right? So let's take this one and go to my Slack and give /get and micro / this one. When I do enter, let's say, yeah, now we got a raw logs for this microservice, which is telling that Node.js service is listening to the localhost 3000. Now let's say I would like to do some RCA on it, and what was the namespace? Go and this is my pod. So when I do run, it is come up with the LLM analysis that based on the limited log information provided here, the root cause analysis. That was the logs are shown in the Node.js services starting up successfully, and this service is listening to 2000 port number. Analysis, what the analysis does then, since these are start up logs showing normal operations, so there isn't actually any problem to analyze. Potential the risk and the steps that need to be taken care in this as a part of this RCA. So here it is clearly listed that you can just understand these things, and we can go with the any troubleshooting things. Okay, so if a production issue, look for crash reports or code dumps, container pod restarts if running on the Kubernetes, system logs for home killed and other process termination. Root cause hypothesis. So without a more log data, the mostly like scenarios are like the service are successfully started and running normally. So this is something in information. I'm not feeding it. It is analyzed by an LLM and it came directly. So if you see my VS Code, I already given the information of my Hugging Face, and this is the key. This is you have to take, and you have to take this one information, bot information and all. You have to provide this. So these things are going to be run inside, and then it will be going to use it. Okay. So this is how it is going to communicate with your bot into your Slack. Sometimes you might see the issue of not able to add the bot into your Slack as well. So it's a highly important thing that an on-call engineer or any of your team member can also see it by running this command that what's going on. Let's say a developer is running and he's not able to reach out to the DevOps engineer that he would like to see the status of the pods because he won't have an access to the Kubernetes. Since even though he's having, he is not aware of how to run a command into the cluster. So he can just directly run it over here by providing the namespace and the pod name of the service. We can even more simplify that instead of copy and giving the exact pod name. We can more simplify on that by providing the custom naming / commands so that it will be giving you the information. So this is one of the example I'm showing. So very worthful example. Now let's say to the alerting pattern side. So here I have already alerting systems. So if you go to my deploy.sh, first of all, we'll create this monitoring namespace. After that, I'll just go into add, installing Prometheus and the Grafana and Grafana Loki by using the Helm chart. And then, so you have and Prometheus values that which is going to export to your Slack. So this one, you just go here. copy this one, replace. Okay, copy it until here. And then come down and also copy this one. So now you just go and run this command. Wait for it. Already files are available in the left side. You can see it here. This one. It was done. You can see it was installed. The user for my Grafana is an admin and I need to get the password. So to get that, you just go copy this, paste here. So this is my password. Okay. Now what I can do, I'll just the font of this. I got it. Now, so it will be going to run on the port number 3000. Right. So you just access over that on the Grafana. So what we will do, we'll install the rest of things, then I have to take this one, run this one, config maps, create a load generator. So we have already a load generator. Where it is, where it is, where it is. No. So what I will do, just do it out. Load generator also created. Oh, it was creating under this here. Okay, we are on a different path actually. The Microservices fast API. Here we okay. You can do one thing. Let me come back and So we can see that, and then I'll be going to expose this on the data. So what I'll do, I'll just come give local 3000. So which is not happening. So that one is logging in, admin, and the password is have RAM, right? It was giving like prem operator. This is now it is logged in. If I go here, dashboards, you see all the dashboards here. You see about the information here, code DNAs, this information, last 5 minutes, you get the information and dashboards, alert manager. So since from the last 5 minutes, you can see the data here. You have multiple things like pods and all the pods information, and also network and the pod, volumes, overview. So everything will be here. Okay, your Prometheus. Okay, so as a Prometheus will be your data source, and you can even come here, and if you see here connections. So I guess the connection already made, alerting. So there will be an alerting API rule. I'll just tell you that the rule, you can check it out where the alert rules are will come. Path. So let me pull out that. Yep. Now you can see. So we have all these alerts, firings and pendings and normal and recordings. This is how the Prometheus alert manager is working behind the scene. And if you come here, I'd like to tell you one thing. One thing. Here you can see you have this one from this is Grafana, okay, and you have an alert manager which is 9393. Just copy this, come here. Nineteen ninety, and then see the alerts. So we have Slack notification alerts here. How the alerts will be created here. Okay. So you can also do it by the grouping them and status. You can check it out. This is something alert manager and Prometheus also will be going to scrape all the metrics and it will add as a node exporter to the Grafana. And if I come to my Slack, you can see a firing watchdog. It's automatically added our RCA. You can see here an alert that should always fire, certify like that alert manager is working properly. And now we got etcd alert over here as an insufficient number of the members. Etcd cluster cube etcd insufficient members 0. Severity is critical. So this is where the time was created. So even we can also set up the severities and as well as the critical, and by creating the alert groups and identifying with the labels and the filters, and we can automate one more thing that it can directly go and create a ticket in the Trello or the Jira. So this is also we can do in automation, and even here we can invoke an our LLM model again that to do an RC and fixing up. We can also implement an agentic AI that it retries the solutions for that. So we are all okay to use the agentic AI, but it's not that much reliable. Sometimes it's going to be failed. But at the lower environments, you can use AI agentic so that go and find for the information and do the RCA and fixing the self fixing actually. So this kind of things we can do it by implementing N8N or a Crew AI for the framework. Okay, Crew AI is a framework and we can do automatic AI agentic things. So these kind of agentic AI we can implement here as a part of this one also. So we have to do more on it. Like it's just like starting phase. We're not came up to that point into the production environment. We need to be implement that kind of things. Even though we have a Neuralink and CloudWatch, all these are Datadog and Dynatrace. They are also coming up with a lot of AI. So even though they have the same thing, but they are lagging many things that with a custom data they cannot able to do it. So it's just only for the alerting and just simplifying the alerts and giving you in a very like eye-catching way. But uh, if we can make use of an AI in between, like this, let's a simple example like LLM, how I have shown you. So we can take our own LLM and we can train it and we can set it up like we have a like already historic data which we have already solved this kind of issues. So we know in this project, in this organization, we need to follow these steps. So you can train our LLM model whenever we see this kind of issues, then it will suggest for that, and accordingly, it will also generate the new thing. That's what the Gen AI means. It will generate the new idea and it will give you a fix for it. So this is how we can use this Gen AI and LLMs in our AI operations. So this is something uh, like a very basic lab, I would say. So if we enhance this one, so we can make it as a productionized AIOps lab actually, or the alerting system, and also we can also enhance more on the security part as well, because we're not really following the security here. This is because it's a local lab. Okay, I hope you all like the lab. If you like this, give subscribe and thumbs up, and do comment whatever you have question, and I'll come up with like more labs So whenever I find some time, I'll create the labs and I'll present you over the YouTube. So support me if it is possible. Yeah, you want to build the same lab, then you can go to my GitHub and clone it as a repository, and you can mimic the same thing whatever I did. So it will be very good showcasing for you to if you are moving towards the AML side or operation side, and you're already a DevOps and you want to move AIOps side, then this kind of labs will help you to understand very clearly how to do. In coming videos, I will be doing more advanced way to make you understand over the AI how to we can integrate and transit the AI into the our existing infrastructure. And one more thing, to delete the cluster. So we just need to delete the cluster and clean the images. So your setup will be cleaned. What you do, we can also you can do one thing actually. You can stress out. It will automatically will create. Let's try it out with a stress command if it is possible. I have already defined a command which works perfectly for here for this. So I run this. So it was created and it is going to run this one. Let's see. It automatically going to create an alert for us and which is going to tell you like this. Load. Yeah, like this. Which is going to tell you about the cube system and this is the one which is having an issue. So like this it will tell you. Okay. So test pod. So there's the one affected and resource and the default namespace. Like this it will give you if you run that one. And go delete your cluster setup. Do the same, but in the place of create, give delete. Okay, that's it. Now it will go and delete, clean up your resources in your local machine. It will be quite simple. You can also create the same lab over the Killerkoda. You can also create the same lab over your AKS or AKS GKE cluster. It you can perform the same thing. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next video.